We honestly can look after your dog. Based on the original Charlie and Lola stories. So this is Charlie. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. At the moment, Lola really wants to have a dog. But Mum and Dad say she can't because our flat is too small and she is too young to look after it. Lola says, "Say woof, Charlie." So I say, "Woof." Then Lola says, "Sit." So I sit. My cereal bowl is now a dog bowl. And she's made me a dog bed. Lola just loves dogs. A lot. One day, we went to the park. There was me and my friend Marv, Lola and her friend Lotta, and Sizzles. Sizzles is Marv's dog. Lola loves Sizzles. So does Lola's friend Lotta. Lola says, "You ask." Lotta says, "No, you." So Lola says, "Marv, can we look after Sizzles?" Marv says, "Lola, do you know about dogs?" Lola says, "Yes, I do. Everything." And Lotta says, "So do I." Lola says, "We know that Sizzles is a extremely very clever dog. And we know he can do really good, very good tricks." And Lotta says, "And if he wanted to, he could absolutely roll over." Lola says, "And juggle all sorts of things." Lotta says, "And paint pictures and speak English." Lola says, and walk on two legs and dance. Definitely, I think. Lotta, do you know, I think Sizzles can do really anything. Do you think Sizzles is that clever? Marv says, "Sizzles is the cleverest dog ever, anywhere. Watch this." Sizzles, sit. Sit, Sizzles. Sit. Sit, Sizzles. While Marv is trying to make Sizzles sit, I see some of our friends playing football, and I think I'd really like to play too. So I say, "Could we play just one game, Marv?" Marv says, "But who will look after Sizzles?" Lola says, "Me!" And Lotta says, "Me!" I say, "It's only for a little while. He'll be okay with Lola and Lotta. I'm pretty sure he will." So Marv says, "Okay, but you do know there are lots of rules if you want to look after Sizzles. No chocolates, no cakes, and no sweets of any kind. Completely no digging, and no chasing birds, and no splashing in puddles." And definitely no taking him off the lead. Oh, that's a very important one, hey? Marv says, do you honestly promise to look after my dog? Lola says, honestly? We do promise honestly to look after your dog. And Lotta says, honestly and promisely we do to look after your dog. Lola says, dogs must be stroked and patted. And Lotta says, to tell them that we're their friend. Lola says, playing is what makes dogs happy. Lotta says, and grooming makes dogs feel pretty. Lola says, dogs must go outside and must walk. And Lotta says, otherwise, what is the point of their legs? Do you think Sizzles is looking happy there? Not so much. Then Lola says, Lotta, I don't think you really know all about dogs like me. And Lotta says, Lola, I really do know everything about dogs. Lola says, but Lotta, I'm in charge. And Lotta says, so am I. Lola says, we're both in charge. But I think that Marv said that I was a little bit more in charge than you. You see, Lotta, you must hold the lead like this, see? And Lotta says, oh no, Lola, really? You must hold it like this. What's happened? Can you see? Uh-oh. Whoops! Sizzles! Sizzles, where are you? Where are you, Sizzles? Sizzles! Sizzles! Where are you? Oh no. Lola says, do you think we've lost him forever? And Lotta says, I think he was sad actually. And then Lola says, what do you think Lola's going to say? Sizzles! But then Lola says, oh no, there are two Sizzleses. And Lotta says, no, Lola, there are two dogs, but only one Sizzles. And Lola says, but which one? And Lotta says, I don't know. Can you guys see which one is Sizzles? Hey? Uh-oh. So Lola says, the clever one. Sizzles can do anything, remember? So Lotta says, yes, Sizzles can do anything. So Lola says, Sizzles, sit. Then Lotta says, Sizzles, sit, sit, sit. And Lola says, Sizzles, sit, sit, sit. And Lotta says, sit, 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 sit. Then Lola says, look, it must be Sizzles. exciting. When me and Marv finished playing football, we went to find Lola and Lotta. I say, come on you two, it's time to go. But Lola and Lotta look a bit fidgety, and they both whisper, Charlie, we had Sizzles and we were looking after him, and then he sort of went for a walk without his lead. And then we couldn't see him anymore, and then we saw him, but he wasn't one, he was two Sizzleses, and so we're not sure that Sizzles is Sizzles now. It's a good thing they told the truth, eh? So I say, if you want to know what a dog's called, just look at the collar, see? Dog number 144, Sizzles. Owner, Marv Lowe, 5A Crocodile Street. Then Marv says, that's his dog tag. It's got his name and address on it in case he gets lost. All dogs have them. Oh, luckily they chose the right dog, hey? Because he was this clever one that sat. And Lola says, we knew that actually, Marv. And Lotta says, all dogs, just in case they get lost. And I say, yes, that's right, just in case they get lost. And Lola says, but Sizzles would never get lost. And Lotta says, no, he's a extremely, very clever dog. Lola says, he can do anything. And Lotta says, he can do absolutely anything. The end.